Oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing this. Someone shut the door right here. What's up, guys? My name is T. I'm from Los Angeles, California, and for the past 13 years, I've been living in Asia, specifically in Seoul, South Korea. When I got to Korea, it took a little bit of time to adjust, but I got used to it pretty quick. I got a job as a commercial actor. I did some modeling. I worked in sports radio, which was loads of fun. I taught English to kids, and honestly, I feel like those kids taught me more than I taught them. Then I got into tech. I started off as a UI UX designer. I worked really close with front-end developers. They would tell me what's possible and what's not possible. And I got really curious about it. So I decided to stop working and I took a boot camp. I learned HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. It was hard. I was probably one of the slowest in the class. I definitely was the slowest in the class. After the 3-month boot camp, I went to Thailand to my cousin's wedding. Then I went to Vietnam for the very first time because it was just too cold in Korea. I just wanted to skip the winter. I was scared because I'd never been to Vietnam and I wasn't traveling with a friend. I was traveling solo and I don't know the language and I don't know the culture and I don't know a single person in the country. But I was busy. I worked on my portfolio, practice coding, and did some random projects. And I did go out and meet some people from time to time. Finally got an interview while I was in Vietnam, and then I got the job. So I moved back to Seoul, and I worked at a startup as a UI engineer. So I designed and developed websites. I worked there for a while. I was on a trip to Miami and I came back to Korea. I think a day after that, my boss called me and 3 others into the room. And he told us that we're let go. I thought he was joking. Then it finally just quickly sank in. And I realized, oh my God, I'm unemployed. I was scared, I was angry, sometimes I felt relieved. I was a whirlwind of emotions. But during that time I was working at that startup, I always knew I wanted to go back to Vietnam. I loved my time in Vietnam. I loved the vibe, I loved the people, I loved how friendly everyone was. To me, it just felt like people were living. It really felt like that. Just people are just living. So after I got laid off, we decided to just move to Vietnam. And now we're here. It's been a couple months. But now we're here. I've been traveling and living around Asia for 13 years. I've also lived in London. I've lived in Australia. I've lived in Uganda, Kenya, and now Vietnam. I've been to more countries than I have states. And honestly, I always felt like I should vlog. I always thought it'd be a great idea to record my travels, the people I meet. I did it a little bit in Australia, but I never committed. I always felt like 30 years from now, 40 years from now, I'm going to remember some of my travels and some of my life, but if I just record it, I can remember what I was doing, what I was thinking at that time, and I feel like my future self would thank me right now. So I'm going for it. I'm going to continue to travel, so I hope you guys can follow along.